the Celtics today, you told me tomorrow, you have one button, and one of those guys won't play against you ever again. The Celtics. That's Payton Pritchard. I didn't say Jaylen Brown. I didn't say Jason Tatum. I said Payton Pritchard. So underrated. Welcome to another episode of Thanalysis Show with your one and only Thanasis Antetokounmpo and Tony C.
What's up?
My brother, I'm loving it, man. These shows are incredible. We're going back to back. People are loving it. We're trying to give you more daily stuff.
We're trying.
I'm betting you guys love the watch along, the live show we watched together against Miami. We'll try to do that more. React to more games throughout the league and more news throughout the league. But you guys have been amazing. Without you guys, we can't do this. So please, before we start the show, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment on our audio, digital, visuals on YouTube,
everything,
Instagram, Twitter, everywhere you see the show or you see a clip of the show. Please show us some love because I keep seeing all our clips reposted by big, and I don't want to say names, big platforms, but they don't show us love as you guys show us love. Thank you guys so much. Tony, what we got, baby?
All right, let's start here. You're familiar with this guy, Fred VanVleet. He caught himself a 50,000.
You know how his jersey, right?
Do you really?
Yes, I have his jersey.
Do you guys just swap?
Yeah, no, we did. I remember I got his jersey on, and he has his brand. It says bet on yourself, and he's one of those guys, you know. And I remember like him being the young crew from Toronto, just making them and being a big piece for them as well when they won.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was
huge.
like, man, I need a jersey. He was like, oh, I got you, and he gave me his jersey. Yeah.
No, that's what's up. I've always he is one of the shorter players in the league. He is undrafted.
Oh my gosh,
and he turned that into a couple $100 million.
Yes, sir.
So good for him.
Yes, sir.
Except he had to give back $50,000 because he got caught calling a ref some names. People are going to see the headline. I just think it's one of those things. Like it happens. Like people say.
So can I really give you my honest take? He's not. So if his friend VanVleet a bad guy, no, he's not.
Okay, I think that's the most important thing to take away from all.
He's not.
Right?
Let's get that out of the way. Yeah. He's not a bad guy. He's a gay guy. Actually, the total opposite. Now that he might have, I don't think it's personal with the refs. I don't think, you know what I'm saying. Let's not go out there and start making it personal and stuff like that. Or I think it's just a bad moment.
It happens. I mean,
but he got fined though, so it's over with.
Yeah, he got fined over with.
Right?
There were, when Kobe played, he called the ref some stuff one time too, and he caught a fine. Like it does happen.
Yeah, you get fined, it's over with. Now on to the next one. Let's get it past. Have you
ever had a teammate go after a ref and get away with it?
All the time.
It just happens.
All the time. You know why it happens? Because we're both human. Mm-hmm. So like, if a ref knows he messed up, he's gonna be like, "I got you, my bad." You know what I'm saying? I think the miscommunication becomes in like, it's just a bad day. Some people are just having a bad day, and you just catch them in a bad day. But if everybody's just normal, it's a back and forth, and it's a healthy back and forth. It's not something crazy.
I said guys who have been reffing games. People know Scott Foster by now. I'm sure he knows every single player in the league. He's reffed their games 20 times a year. Yeah, like it's just one of those things. It's a relationship.
Scott, Tony, Mark, everybody, all those guys are like they will talk to you. That's the beauty of the refereeing thing. If you're normal, if you're not having a bad day, because sometimes they'll have a bad day. So I don't want to talk right now. Cool, but some of them have really great people, and they will come out and say like, "Hey, I'm having a bad day, or something's wrong. My bad. I should have said what you got for me."
Yeah,
because that's the feedback between you guys. You know what I'm saying?
So bring people onto the court a little bit here. So let's just say Giannis has been called for charges, right? And it's always controversial anytime you get.
I'm losing my mind immediately. I'm losing my mind. No, that's not a charge.
You are, for sure. But like when that call happens, they always show on TV or when you're at the games, you're not close enough. Giannis talking to that ref, right? Or the refs like saying, what do those conversations really sound like? Are they telling you, hey, your feet weren't set. Hey, your heel was on the line.
If you're a good ref, you say immediately, that's what I had. That's what I saw. Okay. His feet are set. You run into him. Because the feedback is what you got from me. Because if he goes like, if he doesn't answer you, that means like he's just he doesn't really want to talk. He doesn't really want to dissect anything. But if he says like, that's what I had, he is honest. That's what I saw. That's what I called. You know. But then you have some other guys as well, which is the TA. Show your hands. Grabbing it too much. TA. Show your hands. Oh, I got you. This is when I was younger. It was like, oh, I got you.
But that's how they'll tell you, show your hands.
Yes, if you're a good ref, you say he would act, because you're going to call a foul first, and then the player will come up to you and say, "Why?
Okay.
What are you seeing at? If you're smart enough, if you're not smart enough, you're not a pro. First thing you're going to say like, no, that's not a foul. What are you talking about? You're trying to, you know what I'm saying? That's what no, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to ref better. Blah, blah, blah. But if you're a pro, the first thing you would be like, why? What'd you see? Why? What is that? If you're a pro and you've been through this, your experience, like, why is that? Mark, talk to me. Wow, I'm behind him. Why are you calling? It's like, I saw your hand grabbing his waist. Like, show your hands and follow.
That's fair. I like
Got
that.
You. Next time he's gonna see the feedback, because that's how he works. It's human nature, bro.
But those are the kind of things I like to watch for, like how like when the ref tells you, like, all right, you put your hand, or you saw a hand go on the waist.
Yes.
How you then the player can adjust from there. They do it in football too all the time. They're just like, hey, you're too many hands on him, or like you're pressing them, or you're holding them inside, and it's just like, all right, now we can figure it out. Have you? This is completely random off the ref thing. If you haven't seen it now, you will, because I mentioned it. Have you ever seen this? He's a tall, bald-headed dude. I think he refs out in like L.A. He refs like Little League or AAU games, and he's always talking to all the players, and he's always mic'd up when he's reffing, and he's all over TikTok, and he's incredible.
Send some videos, man.
Yeah, I'll send you this, because he's always just like, he'll tell people like, we're not with the funny business today, fellas. Like I'm gonna send you this. It's probably a very niche thing, but it's all over TikTok. At some point, we're going to do this in a couple minutes here, so stay tuned. I have a list of players that I've put together that I want to say are like very underrated in the NBA, whether that's just like the press coverage they get, whether that's how people perceive their roles on their teams. And I want to throw some names at you in a minute here.
I'll take that away.
And ask you, are they underrated?
I got you.
But first, before we get to that, there's a couple more things I want to hit on NBA-wise. There's a viral clip right now. I hate when this happens, because people will see one clip and they'll make all their judgments on a player on one single clip. Okay. There's a viral clip going on right now, and we'll throw it in here, of Julius Randle. And there's a high screen, and he plays. He just doesn't play any defense in this clip. And people are questioning if he's pissed off about the trade, being sent to Minnesota.
I've had a lot of occasions with Julius Randle. I've talked to him before and stuff like that. Like it's getting out of context. It's just a play. I haven't seen it. But I'm assuming it's just probably a play that he just went by him and stuff like that. So
it does happen. It's just one of those things where like it's all over now, but now it's blown completely out of proportion.
Of course, you could sit down and they could see your face thinking about something at home, and then all of a sudden be like, "Oh, look at him,
not locked
in."
Not
exactly. He's not happy or this or that. So it's every other day. So
it is. I'm gonna see if I can do a quick search here just to bring up this play. Here. Check that one out, just because I think it's interesting that it is just one of those like one play things that it happened and people zoom in on it. But I feel like this happens, not to always just relate it back to football, but it happened with a couple wide receivers this year too. You see them and they're online now, and it's like, all right, they're not blocking, they're not running hard, they're not doing anything, when there are so many nuances and things that go into each and every play that happens on a court or throughout the course of a game.
Wait, I don't see the defense. What do you mean?
He's at the top of the screen. I can send it to you later too.
Okay, so no. What you explained to me was something. I imagine something different. What you explained to me is they're on offense. Mm-hmm. His team just got the rebound. He was just not. He didn't show urgency, basically, right?
No. So now their question is that for
maybe he's tired, like on the season, like maybe he's like exhausted. It's the end of the game, like we got the rebound. All right, just guys go, like that type of play. I don't think he's he plays hard. Man. Yeah. He plays hard. So hey, want to thank our sponsors. Gruber Law Offices. I want us to thank Potawatomi Casinos and Hotel and Carbliss. Thank you guys so much. Back to the show.
All right, moving on, a couple of quick NBA things. Khris Middleton, when we sat and we were trying to get Jim Ozlowski to tell us, when Khris was going to come back, it sounds like he's playing full contact 5-on-5s now.
Yeah.
I know there's still going to
really
be some
happy
hurdles.
about that. Really happy about that. Can't wait to see him on the court.
So Brandon Jennings was on with Gilbert Arenas, and Jennings went off a little bit. You can see it on our social pages. Gilbert Arenas was comparing Khris Middleton's impact in game to the likes of Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell, which
I'm confused. Hold on. What do you mean comparing to as players? They're not the same players at all. So how?
I think he was comparing their impact on their current teams.
Impact?
Yeah, and Brandon Jennings said, I guess we can play it too.
So don't get me wrong. First of all, D'Angelo Russell has a great impact on the Lakers. Austin Reeves has a great impact on the Lakers. But you can't tell. This is guys. We've been playing together for like over half a decade. This is like how do you explain this? This is our guy. This is like
here. Listen to this. This is from Gil's Arena, the podcast that Gilbert Arena does with Brandon Jennings. I'm gonna let TA listen to this.
He's like so. Okay, so first of all, when I clear something, D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves are not bums.
No,
are great effing players, bro. These guys can play. Now, Khris Middleton is different. Now, comparing those to that is just entertainment. There's no way really. Gilbert knows basketball. Gil, there is no way you can be serious about this. There's no way you're actually saying this right now. And the reason I say that is because everybody has a different impact but the impact Khris has to the team and to the franchise and stuff like that is that, bro, are you joking? This is the most high. This man is making $30 million a year, bro. Plus, what are you talking about? What are you saying? The guy who averages 20 points per game for us. He's that guy who averaged 20 points per game for us. So undeniable impact. Undeniable. Now, I know like Brandon was like, oh yeah, disrespectful. It's like, okay. Hey, you're playing now. Well, the answer is a hooper.
Oh, for sure.
It was a hooper. But don't do this now. Like there's no reason to be even there's no reason to say that.
And this is one of those things.
It's good that I saw the clip though,
we talk about this too, where I want to see the full clip because the way he's talking about like, oh, we're not winning because this guy's missing a bunch of games or this guy's not getting back. I think he's more so talking about like it's on the superstars of the team, and he's lumping these guys together with like, oh, the Bucks aren't winning because Khris Middleton's not there, and Brandon Jennings is basically saying. That's a huge factor in the reason that they got off to a slow start. I'm kind of reading between the lines there, but in full context, I'm sure that's what
it's a fact. If somebody has a huge impact, it's a fact. It's not just me saying it. It's everybody's saying it. The whole league is saying it. Now if you want to make it entertaining and make a clip and say like, well, it's like me saying, no, it's not like you saying. He's missing. He's missing. Now, if we don't expect him, and he's not with our team, that's different. But like we're expecting him.
When players return, I know we don't have a date on Khris Middleton, but I'm gonna play a little bit of the schedule game. You're coming back from an injury like this. You haven't played all year. I think 2 years ago when he finally returned, he returned at home against the Lakers. If you're a player who's coming back from injury, do you prefer to start at home, or do you come back on the road, or does it not matter?
Tony, I'm 1,000% honest with you.
That's what we do.
I don't care if he returns in the away game, in the home game, in the All-Star game, I don't know where. I don't care where. I just want him back. I don't care when he comes back. I don't care when or where he's going to play. I just want him to come back. You know why? Because it's just going to add continuity. We need that as soon as possible. The Bucks need that right away.
But from his perspective, then.
From his perspective,
yeah,
it's always better. It's always better at home, etc. But if you want to do it away, go away.
So maybe this week, Wednesday At home, I'm just making clips here now.
Hey, man, we just need him.
That's 100% true. All right, one more quick one for you. Then I want to play this underrated. Greg Popovich, he's still out. The team made the announcement that he had suffered a mild stroke at the beginning of November. He's obviously one of the greatest coaches in sports, especially in basketball. But just wanted you've obviously played against him. Wanted to give you a moment to have the floor on Greg Popovich. His greatness.
Great person, man. I remember, like, I can tell you some stuff. Like, I remember we was in South Africa, and like he was country coaching Jan and the guys, and my brother was at the Basketball Without Borders, Costas.
Okay.
And he would like come to our table after we was eating and just say hi to me, my mom, everybody. We wasn't, I wasn't with the Bucks at the time. I just went with the family and stuff like that. And this person, such a nice person, man. So genuine and so like, and I know why guys love him too. Right? I know.
See, even that, you saying like he came to the table to talk to you and your mom. You weren't part of the Bucks at the time, and it was in South Africa. Yeah. He was coaching Giannis then.
Yeah, they were coaching the All-Star. Like in South Africa, they had this game,
gotcha.
celebrity game, but it was like a mini All-Star game.
Okay.
And NBA Africa, yeah. And it was just an honor to like talk to him, and then I would see him every time we see him with the Bucks or play against each other, stuff like that. Coming into games, and he was like, "Man, you play hard, and like keep going and stuff like that." But like just just one of those people that even 2 cents or 2 words from him really motivate you for the rest of your time. So it's unfortunate. I wish him, we wish him the best, and hopefully he's back on the court. And
his coaching tree is insane.
Yeah.
If you have him at the top here, I mean, just the names of Becky Hammond's obviously doing her thing, and with the Aces, then you got Coach Bud, and you have from Coach Bud, you got Coach Charles Lee, and like it runs deep.
For everybody, Mike Brown, Snyder.
We can still go. Like, there's like 7 active head coaches, I think.
All around the league.
Yeah, that he directly impacted. So we were kind of talking before the show, and we were just like, there's so many players in the NBA who don't get a ton of shine, whether publicly or like wherever.
Yeah.
And before we end this episode, I wanted to just run a couple names by you and get your opinion on if this player is underrated. So I put together this list just because these are 5 guys I think, whether it's coverage or whatever, I just think are very, very underrated in the NBA.
Okay.
I want to start with Austin Reeves. We mentioned him earlier.
Austin Reeves was very, very underrated the first 2 years. Now I don't think he's underrated anymore. I think people know like he's Austin Reeves, and if you.
So he's like solidified. He's that third option.
Yeah, no, I think he's solidified not as a third option, as a guy who could hurt you.
Gotcha.
If you let him. So now we know. So don't let him.
Maybe that's the segment. Can this guy hurt you?
That's the segment. I like that. Let's add that.
All right, cool. We're just gonna do it right now. I feel like this guy gets no coverage when he's healthy. He's a dog on the court. Can this guy hurt you? Scotty Barnes.
100%. But he's not underrated, though. He's a franchise player. He's got the max isn't he got like a huge contract as well?
I think he's got a big contract.
Yeah, you can't be underrated.
You just never hear about him.
Yeah, just because he hasn't played, but he's not underrated. Like he's their guy for Toronto, right? And especially now with RJ and Emmanuel and all these other guys adding to the mix, but like you can't say he's underrated. Like he's their guy. Like that's how you.
I just feel like I like his game, and I'll bring him up to people, and they were like, "Yeah, he's cool."
Okay, maybe to the fans, maybe.
Yeah, but maybe if your contract starts with a certain dollar amount, you can't be underrated.
You can't.
So the rest of this list might be shot, but I gotta get your opinion on it. Bucks fans, plug your ears. Payton Pritchard.
Payton Pritchard. Listen to me. If I could take one guy outside of the Celtics, like if the Celtics today, you told me tomorrow, you have one button, and one of those guys won't play against you ever again from the Celtics. That's Payton Pritchard. I didn't say Jaylen Brown. I didn't say Jason Tatum. I didn't say Kristaps Porzingis. I didn't say Drew Holiday. I did not say Al Horford. I said Payton Pritchard. So underrated.
Before you explain that, I just want to reiterate what you said. If you were able to make one player from every team never play against you again.
Never play, not against me, just take them away from their team.
Yep. You're taking Payton Pritchard off the Celtics. Of
course.
People are going to have some thoughts on that.
Explain you can have as many thoughts. We can clip this and you can underneath the comment. And I can explain exactly why it is.
The floor is yours.
So I'll give you an example. Have you watched the games? Did you watch the game against Chicago?
The Celtics game or the Bucks game in Chicago or the Celtics game?
No. Celtics in Chicago.
Yeah, I think I actually did watch that one.
You watched the whole game?
Because he hit did he hit a buzzer beater to end one of the quarters there? Like he does.
Forget about the buzzer beaters. When all of them don't have it, they're not feeling it. This is the guy who always does. I am telling you, this guy is so underrated. He's a dog. Like this guy, I can't explain this. I've seen clips and I study the game. I'm not just saying stuff just say, oh yeah, I'm a big fan. No, I study the game. I see this guy playing one-on-one outside court. This guy has so much love for basketball. So that's dangerous when you got so much love for basketball and you ready to rock. So like I said, from the Celtics, if I could say like, hey, I don't want to play against him. I don't want to play against him. Take him out. Rest. I'll play against the rest.
Fair enough. Cool. I like the explanation there. I think
yes. And
people would assume it'd be this other player.
No, people can assume that, but like it's things. And the reason I say that is because he's underrated.
I got one. All right, cool.
He's so underrated.
Jalen Suggs.
I think he's underrated. Very much underrated.
I know he got the extension, but like...
Yeah, no, he did have the extension. I just feel like, first of all, he has another player who's underrated as well. I'll tell you why. Jalen Suggs is very, very underrated because I think he's one of the best defenders in the league. I think he's a dog.
That's not something people talk about.
They don't talk about that. Just go watch film. Watch his games. Mm-hmm. Watch his games, you'll see. I think one of the ones... And they have a defensive team, so... One of the best defenders in the league, I feel like.
And then the last guy I got for you here.
And then let me add one to the list.
Okay.
You know who's underrated? Franz Wagner.
Yeah.
Franz Wagner. No, he got paid. Don't get me wrong. Yep. He got paid. But he's underrated. You know what? That guy is an all-star.
An all-star.
Watch how he plays. Watch his numbers. We just don't feel like it because we like it's Orlando.
See, that's the thing. Guy. That's what I'm getting at with this list. Is there's guys who are just like,
yes,
it's Orlando, it's Toronto, it's Charlotte, it is who it is.
Another guy, Dennis Schroeder, so underrated.
He's having a good year.
He's joking. He's so underrated.
He's had a good decade.
Yes, but he's underrated because they haven't really got paid this gazillion amount of money, or he hasn't. He's so underrated. Last
guy I got for you.
Who?
I think he's been underrated. This might be his 9th, 10th season in the NBA. Miles Turner.
I cannot say he's underrated because we scout, like you scout for Miles, like that's their guy, that's their 5-man. He got paid as well. So when you're preparing
for them,
he's okay. Yes, that's how underrated comes in. You don't say just because I feel like because people don't talk about him. Mm. The thing is, it's not about who talks about who, it's about what the teams do. Who do we get ready for?
See, that's something interesting that I want to bring to the show. Then when we're talking about reactions to games, as we've done it, we did a reaction to the Bucks last game against the Wizards. That's up, and all these other recent games. Because I'm curious who, outside of the superstar names, right, that you guys are like legitimately scouting for. Because when last year against the Pacers, it was all about Tyrese, right? Like it was all Halliburton this, Halliburton that. Then they had
and I can give you who else is underrated in the Pacers. I'm gonna tell you that as well.
Throw it out there. I think I know who you're gonna go with, but I want to see. Does his first name have 2 letters? I thought you were going to go McConnell.
Oh, yeah, obviously. But TJ, no, TJ is the guy now. We already know how he does. Name Huddle's very underrated.
Yeah.
Name Huddle.
I said some mean things about him behind his back, too.
No, very underrated as a player. And Naismith as well. Those 2 guys.
Both of those. I said a lot of mean things about him. Tyrese, he got a free pass. He's a Wisconsin guy. But during that playoff series last year.
No, that whole team was so underrated. Like, we just feel like the whole team was just... Like, young and young, but young and young.
But and that's the thing where Miles Turner's been doing this for a decade there, and I feel like those are the guys you just mentioned, the 3-point shooters. They got all the shine, right? Miles Turner had a couple quarters where he would come in and hit two threes in a row, 2 trips on the floor.
But I expect that. That's what we.
Okay.
Not expect that. He's a great player. I just don't feel. I can't put him in the same category as Payton Pritchard because Payton Pritchard is the guy who makes the shots and you don't expect that he makes them. You're like, now you don't expect. You know he's going to make it, but you're like, again? Another one? Like, you're like, okay.
It's always so annoying.
Exactly. So that what does that mean? He's underrated. That means that we don't expect that. Because once we start expecting that, it's gone.
Okay.
It's off the table.
All right, so this new segment is going to be called the Payton Pritchard segment.
No, it's going to be called Who Can Hurt You?
Who Can Hurt You?
Right.
Inspired by Payton Pritchard. So, we're going to get to that. I'll come up with some more of these as we go throughout the season.
You go crazy. We'll try to give you guys as much as we can every 2 days, every 3 days to give you guys a show. And I think like that's kind of our motto now. And
that's what we're doing. Thanks for following along. Close it out.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Gruber Law Offices. You guys are amazing. I want to thank Carbliss, You guys have been with us from the beginning of the show. I want to thank Potawatomi Casinos and Hotels. You guys are amazing. Please like, share, subscribe to the show. Follow us on the socials. And you guys are growing the show. It's been amazing. Analysis. Ciao.